Kolbrin Bible Book 6, Book of Morals and Precepts, Chapter 44, Slander. Much of the book is to develop your moral code. Avoid using it to judge others. Kolbrin Bible Book 6, Book of Morals and Precepts, Chapter 44, Slander. NPR 44:1. The malicious word of the slanderer is like a barbed and poisoned dart, and swifter to destroy than the whirlwind. The slanderer casts down the good works of men with the tempest of his vile breath. His spite undermines the peace of households, and his tongue builds temples of deceit. NPR 44:2. The mouth of a slanderer is like a cesspool, from which nothing comes forth but bad smells. The tongue of the scandalmonger is like a maggot. It spreads rottenness where once all was wholesome. It hatches the filth upon which it feeds. Filth begets filth, and while bewailing its existence, the slanderer and scandalmonger fill their bellies with it. NPR 44:3. The utterances which pour from the mouth of the slanderer are hornets bent on harm and destruction. He is the father of lies, the servant of wickedness. He is the evil ferryman of whom our fathers spoke. NPR 44:10. Place not your ear at the hatchway, nor listen to the talk and counsel, that it may be repeated on the streets. Never collect with your ears in one man's home, and empty the catch through your mouth in another's. Notice the comment in verse 2, bewailing its existence by filling their bellies? Have you noticed that the press moans, insisting that bigotry, race, all the ills of humanity is somehow intrinsic to us? We can't escape it. However, consider, where do you get your information, your assumptions? Today, we have instantaneous communication, a whole world of information filtered through the press. In some cases, you have the internet, but if not for the press' damaged integrity, few would pay as much attention to the fringes or the scandal sites like National Enquirer. What does the press focus on? Some is news, seen suffering all around. Anyone with empathy could become biased, and you can hardly get people to talk without empathy. The problem is reporting the bias. It creates a distorted view that one side has the only valid point, while the other is less than human. The press bemoans all the bad, yet it's their reporting that keeps it burning. So it's impossible for society to grow out of the hate. Lacking humility, they refuse to consider the role they play in the trauma in society. The sad part is both sides hate each other, ignoring the ones they listen to, or creating the hate on both sides. Don't get me wrong, a free press I value, but with great power comes great responsibility. The press's integrity should be their most prized possession. Instead, it's ratings and fawning public that shower praise as they distort reality that they value.